All right, fellas, so we're in Vermont and we're gonna do a little hike, but first I needed a new pair of hiking boots. So I got, Danners. So this is the Mountain 600. It's like their most popular hiking boots. So we're gonna take a look. I got the fabric ones, not the leather ones. These are better for warm weather. And obviously it's summer right now. It's like 70 degrees, beautiful here in Vermont. So we're gonna take these along. We'll see how they do and come along. So the Danner Mountain 600 is their like iconic boot. Danner's been a brand, I don't know how long it's been around. I think it's relatively new. So it's not like that. It's not like a heritage boot company or anything. So they do make some of them in America, and those have a great reputation. And I think they're good year welted. They're recraftable. And these are not. So these are made overseas. And I think they're called like, I saw the boot guy do a review on them. And he said that they're like throwaway boots. So that means like, obviously they're not too expensive and they're not recraftable. So once you're done with them, they get to take a beating. You can just throw them out and get a new pair or something like that. So I think ideally I would get the recraftable ones that are made in America. But these, to me, I wanted to try them out to see if I even like them, which I think is a good idea. So to me, this is a great boot if you're like just looking to get a hiking boot. And I saw someone else honestly in the comments on one of my last videos recommend it. So I think if you're just looking for a really good standard hiking boot that also looks good, I like the laces, I like the whole style of it, this is a choice for you. So we're about halfway through and we stopped this little clearing finally for the first time in like an hour and a half. So check it out. And I'll just do a little check on the boots. So there's a few things I noticed, pros and cons. Firstly, they're like really, really light. So it's great for like, you know, walking up big inclines. It wasn't too heavy at all. It didn't weigh me down. And I also felt like the traction on the bottom that Vibram Sole does a great job of grippiness and getting traction. So that especially now it's like very muddy and rocky, you guys can see. So it did a great job of keeping me stable. Now a couple of downsides was that although it's a perfect fit, so the back heel, I'll show you like the back heel by my Achilles is I guess not broken in yet. Hopefully it does soften up, but it's digging into my Achilles tendon right now and giving me a little bit of a blister, which is not a huge deal. I'm used to it. I expect, you know, some break-in process, so that's not a huge deal. And also it's muddy and a little bit wet, and I could tell that these are not super rain repellent, but I knew that going in, and I think that that's why these were kind of on sale. It could be that like because they're fabric that they're not water repellent, they're not in as high demand versus the leather ones, but really not a huge issue, especially now because it's not raining or anything like that. So it's just a little bit wet and a little bit moist, but so far so good. Okay, so we reached the summit, Mount Okemo in Vermont. It was not easy, but the boots held up very, very well. And we're about to go see the views at the top of this fire tower, so it's gonna be awesome. Check it out. Here we go. So when you take a look at these, they're a lot more stylish than your average hiking boot. So if you're someone who cares about the way they look on the trails, which I am, then this is a boot that's definitely worth checking out. Okay, so sorry, it was crazy windy up there, but we just ran down the mountain. We're in a rush, but I actually think that running down the mountain actually gives you a very good gauge on how the boots perform under a lot of stress. So for me, a big part of it, especially with fit, is that if you're walking down the mountain, you should not feel your foot sliding too much towards the front of the boot. because that can be really bad for your toes. So for me, it's expected that you have like a little bit of pain. So for me, especially I have like bad toes, whatever, without getting too into it. Yeah. But like I have a little bit of pain, but overall I'm saying like it was very secure fit, and I think that's something that I really appreciate throughout the day was just how secure the foot is. And I will say for sizing, if you guys want to check these out, they're like $80 on their website right now. So I would say definitely go with your like Red Wing size, which for me is a size down from my Brannick size. My sneaker size is usually a 10, and I went for a 9 here. So just to wrap it up, guys, I was really happy with the way the Danner boot performed today. It was great, and definitely I would always say if you're going hiking, don't wear sneakers. I see so many guys like wearing sneakers. Buy hiking boots. It's really important. They're gonna save your life. And yeah, definitely check out the Danner boots. I think that they're really a great investment, especially if you go for the Made in USA one. So that's gonna wrap it up, guys. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
So what socks were you wearing?
These are Darn Tough, made right here in Vermont, which we were so excited to do. We were thinking about doing a video just on hiking in Vermont socks, made in Vermont socks, Darn Tough.
What about the shirt?
But, the shirt is Built Basics, which is like athletic wear, but for me, you want to get something that's moisture wicking, not 100% cotton like Davey's wearing, because it holds the moisture. Now the watch, I went with a classic adventure watch, the Boulder Venture. I think this one has been discontinued, but it's actually titanium, which makes it really lightweight. And then of course you go with the nylon seatbelt strap, just super durable.
And boots out of 10?
The boots out of 10, solid 7.8. Not a rookie score by any means. It's not the best boot ever. I'm not like super satisfied with like, this is like the end all be all of boots. So I think for what they are, they're great. But definitely check out, I think if you can, check out the Made in America ones. I guess those will be next. All right.